The following program is produced by Jen Hebben and Michael Ray Helms under the guidance of executive producer Marty Grote and the board of All Ears Theater, with funding provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation and an anonymous donor. All Ears Theater. In the game of pickleball, players become partners or opponents for short games of a few minutes. By tossing in a touch of romance, partnerships can, unexpectedly, last much longer. Follow the thread of discoveries with Sonya and Adam in Pickleball Romance, an original story by Robert M. Weir. Featured in the cast are Ian Flynn, Jen Hebben, Sarah McLean, Justin Wood, and Marvinetta Woodley Penn. Our story begins on a local pickleball court in the current year.
Springtime, springtime.
Oh, it's lovely, lovely springtime.
Springtime, springtime.
The birds they sing,
The birds they sing,
the bees they buzz,
and flowers bloom. Springtime. Dare we dream, dare we hope that love will blossom too.
Ready? Okay, here we go. 10-10, and I'm a 1.
And we have to win by 2 points, right?
Right.
Huh.
Oh, good slam, good slam.
Thanks.
That's what happens when they return the ball into your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. One more point and we win. 11-10, I'm still a 1. Oh,
Nice return.
yes, we win.
That time they put the ball in your wheelhouse.
Good game, everyone.
Yes, good game.
Good going, you two. You play well together.
Thanks.
And it sure is great to be playing outside again now that spring is here. The indoor courts are wonderful in winter, but
It's the 1st of May, and here we are.
That was a good game. I like close ones like that.
I do too.
Your name is Adam, isn't it? I think that's what you said.
Yes, Adam. And you're Sonya.
Yes, good memory.
I'm not that good at names, but I sure will remember this game. You're a good pickleball player.
You're no slouch yourself. Do you come here often?
My first time at this park. I'm new to town. Are you going to play anymore?
No, I've been at it for nearly 3 hours. That's enough.
I've played enough too. May I walk you to your car?
I didn't drive. I live over there on the other side of the park, so I walk.
Oh.
But you're welcome to walk with me if you want. You can come back for your car later.
Sure, I'd like that.
So, Adam, you said you're new to town. What's your story? Girlfriend, wife, occupation, things you like to do besides playing pickleball?
No wife, not ever. No girlfriend. I'm an artist. I paint, and I'm learning to like walking on the beach at South Haven.
Learning to like Lake Michigan? That's an odd thing to say.
Not if you're from Nebraska.
How long have you been here?
5 days.
5 days, is that all? Where are you staying?
I'm camping at Mark and Glen Park in my tent, but I'm looking for an apartment.
Maybe you'll find one close to this park. There's a nice group of good people who play here.
I noticed. Thanks for the tip about an apartment.
How long have you been playing pickleball?
I learned to play in Omaha a few months ago.
You play well for being almost a newbie.
Thanks. I love the game.
Here's where I live.
It sure is bright yellow and big.
Too big. Sometimes I think I should sell it, but I can't. It has meaning to me.
And the color?
That's another long story.
I'm willing to listen.
Later, maybe.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll head back to my car.
Adam,
Yes.
do you want some lemonade? We can sit on the veranda.
Well, okay.
Come on up and take your pick of rocking chairs. I'll get the lemonade.
She didn't use a key. I guess the door wasn't locked. Sign of a friendly neighborhood, just like rural Nebraska. You were quick.
I keep a pitcher in the fridge all the time. It's my go-to drink.
That's a beautiful tray and fancy pitcher and glasses.
They're antiques, courtesy of my grandmother, bless her soul. I'll pour the first glass. After that, you're on your own.
You're assuming I'll stay for more than one.
Adam, I'm assuming nothing of the kind.
Did I say something to offend you?
Sorry, it's just, well, it's part of that long story.
I'm still willing to listen.
Like I said, later, maybe. What do you paint?
Yeah, okay. Well, I paint people and nature.
A lot of people do that.
I know. So about a year ago, I began to paint people in nature. Not so many people do that.
Huh.
I started with my mom and dad and my brother and sister. Then my aunts and uncles, I painted them in cornfields, in their gardens, and with their horses and cows or dogs.
That sounds interesting. But why did you come to Kalamazoo?
I was born and raised out in the boonies, Sonia, 30 years ago. My family's still there. Last fall, I moved to Omaha to find more clients, people who would actually pay me.
Did they?
A few, but not enough to survive. The starving artist syndrome is real out in the Great Plains.
So you moved to Kalamazoo?
For the climate.
Climate?
Cultural climate. I was chatting online one night with a friend who graduated from Kalamazoo College and now lives in LA. She told me I could make a living here.
Why didn't you go to LA?
Not enough nature there to suit me. Nice parks, but...
Well, the ocean is there. And your friend?
True, but LA didn't seem right, and my friend was just a friend. Nothing romantic there. But she did praise the cultural climate here. She said there's people with money who value the arts, so I...
How much do you charge?
This might sound strange, but I don't set a fee.
What?
I paint someone, and if they like what I did, they pay what they think my work is worth.
Interesting. Did you come up with that fee structure on your own?
I borrowed the idea.
Do tell.
There are a few organizations, places like retreat centers, that provide an open-ended service. They don't set a fee and people don't pay in advance, but they make a donation, whatever they want or can afford afterwards. And churches work that way. They pass a collection plate.
Does that work? I mean, it sure isn't the way people usually sell things.
It didn't work in Omaha.
But here?
I hope it will. Otherwise, I'll probably go back home and be a truck driver like my dad. That's what he says I should do. Get a real job. You'll never make any money as an artist, he says. Or I could be a commercial combine operator like my uncle, following the harvest from Texas to Canada every year.
Would you be happy doing that?
No, not at all. It's boring, dirty, dusty work. And those men, my dad and uncle and others, they're out on the road more than they're at home.
That's no good. No family life.
Right? I saw what Dad being away so much did to my mom. She really misses him when he's gone. I don't want that. I'd rather follow my dreams.
Even as a starving artist?
Yes, but maybe I won't starve. Maybe I'll make it someday. So, what's your story, Sonia? Why this big, bright yellow house and the comfy veranda?
I'm not accustomed to telling my story, except to myself. And with me, I don't have to fill in the details. I can skip to the bitter end.
Maybe I shouldn't have asked.
No, that's okay. I was married once. The wedding was quite an affair. A big one. A half-dozen bridesmaids and groomsmen, big church, fancy reception with hundreds of guests, the whole shebang.
Wow, was that here?
No, another city. I won't tell you where because it doesn't matter, but my husband was quite influential there. His family is among the social elite, so the wedding had to be a big affair. I was 22, he was 25, and on his way up in his family business. His great-grandfather started it, and it's been handed down to each generation. The eldest son, which my husband is, he's the eldest of 5 children.
I see.
Every generation in his family lineage has had lots of children, and my husband expected me to give him a brood.
And you didn't?
I couldn't. Or, yes, I didn't. I mean, we tried, and our sex was good until it became demanding, until it stopped being an act of love and became an event to produce the required number of offspring. And my husband, this is what still really makes me angry. He didn't want children to love. He only wanted a son who would be the next generation to run the company.
That's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. On you, I mean.
Oh, it became unbearable.
Did you go for...
We had all the tests possible. Money was no obstacle.
What happened?
Well, the test showed there was nothing wrong with me or with him. And the doctors and counselors said we were doing everything right, timing-wise, that is.
But the pressure, the stress.
Yeah, the pressure. So, long story short, our marriage collapsed. My husband gave up, and he found a mistress. Yeah, well, it happens.
I presume...
Oh, yes. She got pregnant. Then he came and told me that he was leaving, just as though he was terminating a business contract. I begged him to stay, but it was no use.
And you're still hurting after... How long was this?
7 years. I was 25 when he left.
And him?
Oh, he's happy, I guess. I see his name in the financial news once in a while. His company seems to be successful. His father retired to the world's best and most famous golf courses. That was in the news, too. So my ex is now the CEO. He and his wife live in a big mansion with their 4 kids.
4?
4.
May I have that second glass of lemonade?
Help yourself. You know the rules.
The rules?
Sorry. Yes, please, help yourself.
You do make good lemonade, Sonya.
Even if I don't make babies? Sorry, Adam. I'm sorry. It's just...
You're hurting.
It still hurts, yeah. After all these years, you'd think I'd get over it, but... Actually, Adam, I'm surprised that it still hurts this much. I haven't told my story to others in years. I'm surprised that I'm telling you. I guess I trust you, but I don't know why. I barely know you.
Thanks for the compliment. Seriously, I mean that.
And I'm not frightening you?
Whatever fright I might be experiencing is being assuaged by the quality of your lemonade.
Thanks, Adam.
So, this house...
It's my escape, my woman's cave. I also heard that Kalamazoo was a good place to be, so I found this place in Portage and fell in love with it. It wasn't cheap, but I got a good settlement.
You had him over a barrel. Infidelity?
But he had powerful family and expensive lawyers.
Yes, I can see how that...
Fortunately, my mother-in-law was on my side. She was furious with her son. She saw that she couldn't stop the falling dominoes he had started and that her husband condoned. But she went to bat for me and told her son and her husband to compensate me in, well, a very favorable fashion.
I see.
So I came here. I saw this house and I bought it. Yes, I know it's huge, way too big for one person, but I loved the color. I wanted nothing but brightness and beauty in my life. This house has all of that. It's old, so it has stability and integrity. And as the realtors say, location, location, location. I had discovered pickleball, and this location is perfect for that. And I get to watch kids play in the park, their mothers walking with them or pushing strollers.
Do you ever...
Feel envious? Yeah, sometimes. Not so much anymore. Time passes, I don't know if time heals, but it passes. Congratulations on finding an apartment, Adam.
I'm grateful that it's close to here where our pickleball pals like to play.
We've become quite a pickleball tribe. We look out for each other. We have a picnic or go to a sports bar together on the 4th Friday of each month. You be sure to join us, okay?
Sounds great.
Adam?
Yes?
I've been thinking about your idea to paint people in nature.
Yes?
Have you had any luck?
Not really. I've talked with people at the Art Institute and the Arts Council. They listen, but that's about all.
Well, I've been thinking, and I've got an idea. Maybe I can help.
How?
Well, it's kind of ironic, really. But I know some people because of my former husband. His family knows people here, and I got to know them too. They're the kind of people who might be interested in what you do.
How can I approach them?
I was thinking I would approach them on your behalf.
You?
Well, do you have a problem with that?
No, but how?
Just trust me, okay?
Okay.
But we need a sample. Do you have any?
Yes, of my family. I made copies.
In their cornfields and with their cows? No, we need a local sample.
Who? Where?
Me.
You? Well, okay, but where?
Oh, right here, on my veranda.
This isn't nature, Sonia. It's a building.
But it's my natural habitat. It's my haven, my refuge. It's where I feel most comfortable, and it's where I think you can capture the true me.
Well, that does make sense.
Besides, you might need to expand your business plan. Some of the people I've got in mind might want you to paint them in their expansive private library or their state-of-the-art chef's kitchen. I'm thinking of someone with a collection of antique automobiles who might want to pose behind the wheel of a classic Rolls Royce.
I don't want to paint just rich people, Sonia. I want to paint other folks, too. Smaller portraits, the size someone can frame and place on a desk or hang in their favorite little hideaway spot.
Yeah, I get that. Anyone and everyone is a potential subject, a potential customer, right?
Right.
So, paint me, here, on my veranda, and I'll use that as your sample. I'll start with people who I think will be receptive, and we'll go from there, okay?
Okay, Sonia, okay.
This portrait is beautiful, Adam. It's absolutely beautiful. You've captured me. You've captured my essence. It's me, but it's also my house, my home, my precious veranda.
You look good in your Honolulu blue yoga tights and that bright yellow shirt with the pickleball logo.
It's my favorite sports outfit.
And I like that you wanted to hold your pickleball paddle and ball, too.
But they're also part of who I am.
Will this work? As a sample, I mean.
It's perfect, Adam. It's perfect. Raise your glass of lemonade, Adam. Here's a toast to your success.
My success?
I've lined up 4 clients for you.
4 clients? Sonia, that's amazing. Who?
People who appreciate your talent. One wants you to paint her in her rose garden. One at his cottage with Lake Michigan in the background. And get this, a couple who own a home on Mackinac Island wants you to paint them there.
Wow.
And I want to go with you. Is that okay?
Of course. That makes perfect sense. You can at least introduce me.
And help somehow. I don't know how, but do you mind if I watch you paint?
No, not at all. I'd love that. I'm glad that you're interested in my art. Sonia, I'm more than grateful, and I want to pay you like a commission.
I was hoping you'd say that. I agree. I deserve a commission.
You certainly do.
But I want you to know that you inspire me, Adam. You truly do.
What do you mean?
Well, I've been living off my divorce settlement and its investment earnings, as well as my modest wages from working in that little retail store I told you about. And I've become lethargic about anything that looks like a career. But you've brought me out of my doldrums. I've been thinking that I want to help people like you, creative people, that is, market their work, expand their horizons, find more clients and outlets.
To be like an artist agent? Is that what you mean?
Yes. And you, Adam, you are my first client.
Yes. Good. I want to pay you 25% of whatever these people pay me.
No, that's too much.
No, it's not, Sonia. Without you, I would have nothing.
Okay, I accept.
Good. And where will you hang the painting? This one of you, I mean.
In my living room, when I'm not using it as a sample to bring in more clients for you.
Have played
From June to September,
will Sonia and Adam make dreams to realize.
Adam, do you love me?
Yes, I do, Sonia. I love you.
I thought so. You act like you love me, but you never told me. We met May 1st. It's now Labor Day weekend, and you've never said, I love you.
I've been waiting for the right time.
The right time? When is that?
Now.
Now? What do you mean?
When I was a boy out in Nebraska in the springtime, I'd ride my bicycle out on the muddy country roads and look at cornfields. I couldn't see the corn, of course. It hadn't sprouted yet. But I knew it would because I had seen the farmers plant the seed.
Yes.
Then in summer, I'd ride my bike on those same roads. They were dry and dusty then, and I would sit for hours with my sketch pad on my knee, and I would watch the corn grow.
Watch the corn grow? That's silly. You couldn't see it grow.
You're right, of course, but I watched it anyway because I knew it was growing, and I kept hoping that I would actually see it grow.
What does this have to do with telling me or not telling me that you love me?
In the fall, the farmer would come along with his combine and harvest the corn, and in an instant, the corn would be gone. In a day, a whole field would be nothing but stubbly corn stalks chopped off only a few inches above the soil.
I still don't get it.
Sonia, the moment I saw you last spring, when we played our first game of pickleball together, I knew then that I loved you.
You did?
Yes, I did. But that love was only a seed, invisible beneath the soil, and you weren't ready for me to say those words to you.
I would have pushed you away if you had.
Exactly. But over the summer, we've worked together on my painting assignments and your art agency business, and we've had time to nurture that seed of love. I've watched you grow.
Grow out of who I used to be?
Yes, grow into the magnificent woman that you are.
You flatter me.
I speak the truth.
And now?
Now, the corn is ripe.
How do you know?
Because you asked me if I love you.
Adam. Oh, Adam. Okay, so if the corn is ripe, or if it's time for the harvest, what do we do now? Get married?
Are you proposing?
Oh, whoa, no. Wait a minute. Is that what you thought I was asking?
Your words did sound like a proposal, sort of. Like they could have been a proposal.
I don't know, but, okay, wait a minute. Okay, just for the sake of conversation, not a proposal, but just for the sake of conversation, do you want to marry me?
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes, I've been thinking that we might get married.
Oh, wow.
Do you want to marry me?
I think I do. I've been thinking about that too for the last couple of weeks I have.
Then the corn is ripe, or nearly ripe.
But not yet, okay? Not yet. I mean, I don't want to hop on a plane to Las Vegas this afternoon. I'm not ready for that.
Neither am I.
So, when?
I don't know. But we will know when the time comes. We'll both know. Just like both the farmer and the corn know when it's time to harvest.
Okay. This talk of marriage is one thing. And it's just talk. Do you understand?
I understand.
But there's something else we need to talk about. Something related.
What's that?
Sex. And children.
Serious subjects.
They are. Adam, you and I have seen each other or been together almost every day for 5 months. We've worked, dined, walked the beaches of Lake Michigan, and played pickleball together, of course.
Yes.
We've sat on the veranda. We've sat on the couch, either here or at your apartment. We've held hands, hugged, kissed, yet every night you take me home or you return to your place.
Yes.
And you've never attempted to make love with me, not once. Even when we went to Mackinac Island on one of your first gigs and we stayed 3 nights, even then you insisted that we have separate rooms. Why? Why haven't you approached me about that?
That field of corn wasn't ripe yet, especially way back then at the 1st of June.
Is it now?
Sonia, that's your field of corn, not mine. Are you ready for that?
No, I'm not.
I didn't think so, and truth be told, neither am I.
I don't know if I'll ever be ready.
I think you will someday, but for now we wait.
And you're okay with that?
Yes, totally.
How long do we wait? Until we get married?
That's one option. A good option.
Most people don't do that anymore. They want to check each other out first for compatibility.
Or so they say.
That's what my former husband did. with me and then with his mistress. And you know what?
What?
I didn't like it either time. I didn't like that he wanted to check me out first before we got married. And I didn't like it a whole lot more when I found out he had another woman and was checking her out too, while still married to me.
I can understand how you felt.
Can you?
Yes.
You're an unusual man, Adam. One of a kind.
Not really. My parents and grandparents think like I do.
And so you're true to your roots, growing straight and tall as in your nature.
I guess you could say that.
I do say that. But believe me, Adam, men I know aren't like you.
Maybe that's one reason you've been single and haven't really dated anyone since your divorce 7 years ago.
It's really the only reason. Well, there was another reason, too.
Pray tell?
I was scared.
Of what? Getting hurt again?
More than that. Okay. As long as we're digging deep here, do you want to have children?
Yes, I think it would be nice. No, it would be great to raise a family, to have kids running around and taking them to the beach and on car trips, teaching them to play pickleball.
What you just said scares the hell out of me. It makes my bones shake. What if I can't have children? What if I can't have children? Are you going to leave me? I don't think I could stand that because you see, Adam, I love you too. So I guess my field of corn is ripe enough for me to say that I love you. There, I've said it twice, and I don't want to hurt you, to disappoint you by not having the family you want to have.
Sonia, it's okay, honest. Yes, it would be great to have a family, but that family, the kind of family I want to have, has to come from loving the person I make love with. If you can't have children, I still love you, and I still want to be with you.
For the rest of your life? My life?
Yes, for the rest of our lives together. Besides, I think that someday you will have a child, or children.
Why do you say that?
I think the reason you didn't have children is because your body knew you weren't with the right man. You weren't with a good man who loves you.
Are you that good man?
I like to think I am. I think I am.
And you really do love me?
I do. I love you, and hope it shows.
Oh, it does. And you're willing to wait before we have sex?
Yes, that field of corn isn't ripe yet, for either of us.
When then? Can you wait until we're married? After we have a ceremony, a minister, the whole shebang?
Yes.
And when might that be, the shebang of marriage, I mean?
We'll know, Sonia. We'll know. The corn will tell us.
Burr, it's cold. Burr, it's blustery.
Burr, it's winter. The snow it falls.
The snow it falls.
The wind it howls.
The wind it howls.
Winter, winter. Yet lovers are cozy warm
By their blazing fires, as Sonya and Adam express their desires.
Well, Sonia, here we are at our wintertime home for pickleball.
But today is different.
It looks like our pals are here, like they paid attention to the message you posted.
Something special is going to happen on the center court at noon on Christmas Eve day, I wrote.
Reverend Judy is here, like she said she would be.
She and her wife are playing on the center court as planned.
Are you sure you're ready for this, Sonia?
I absolutely am, Adam. Are you? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure, because I love you.
And I love you, darling.
Okay, here we go.
Is my veil straight?
Yes, and it goes great with your Honolulu blue yoga tights and that bright yellow shirt.
The same outfit I wore when you painted my portrait last May.
Does my bow tie look okay?
It's perfect, darling. And you look so debonair in your multicolored socks, khaki cargo shorts, white t-shirt, and your black tuxedo jacket.
And the top hat?
Oh, the top hat sets it all off handsomely.
Okay then, here we go.
Let's run. I can't wait.
Hey, Sonya, Adam. Oh my. What are you wearing?
What's it look like?
Are you? Oh my gosh. You're gonna get married.
That must be the special event in your post.
You've guessed it, people. Sonia, Adam, are you ready?
Yes, we are, Reverend Judy. We're so glad you're here.
Oh, you two are totally awesome.
Okay, then. Okay, everyone, gather round. You are about to witness a solemn ceremony, but we're going to have some fun with it, too. Pickleball pals, we are gathered here today to witness... Adam, do you take Sonya to be your loving wife?
I do.
Sonya, do you take Adam to be your loving husband?
I do.
Then I pronounce you husband and wife, wife and husband. You may now kiss.
Congratulations, awesome. I'm so happy I'm gonna cry.
Way to go, Adam. Sonya, you are absolutely radiant.
I've never been happier.
Me too.
Where are you two going on your honeymoon?
It's not polite to ask that.
Oh, I don't mind telling. We're going on a pickleball cruise in the Caribbean, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. If Sonya and Adam had been married in a more typical place, and if they'd had a reception, they would invite you to witness their first dance as a happily married couple. But because we're here on a pickleball court, I invite you to witness their first pickleball game as a happily married couple.
Oh, that is totally awesome.
Sonya, Adam, here are your paddles. And I also brought a brand new ball. Look, I've inscribed it with your names and a love heart.
Oh, yeah, right on. Way to go.
You know, if Adam and I had a reception at that whole shebang, instead of serving this ball to Reverend Judy, Adam and I would be stuffing a piece of wedding cake in each other's mouth.
This is much, much better.
It sure is. Okay, here we go. 0-0, start.
Ooh, good serve. Nice.
September, October, September, October, when green leaves turn yellow, red and brown, tumble down, autumn, autumn.
The season when longer days become longer nights.
For Sonya and Adam, the days are forever bright.
Sonya, your babies are beautiful.
Twin girls. I would have never imagined.
But here they are. Here you are. You look absolutely radiant. You are truly glowing.
I've never been happier.
And I'm happy for you too. But pardon me, I have to ask.
Yeah?
You and Adam were married on Christmas Eve, and now it's September.
Don't bother counting the months. I conceived on our honeymoon.
That fast?
Probably the first time we made love.
And you couldn't conceive with your first husband over how many years?
3.
A child would have complicated that situation.
Or kept me in a miserable marriage. I think I was destined to be with Adam.
I do too. Look at you. You're simply glowing. You're in love.
Yes, I am in love with my children and my husband and my children.
Seasons roll by, springtime, autumn,
winter
phases of life roll by.
along.
Together, family. Sonya and Adam reflect on meeting by chance. Still in love, in their pickleball romance.
It's amazing, Sonya, that pickleball is still so popular.
It's a sport for the ages, just like baseball and soccer. More young people are playing every day.
And look how our family out there on the course, our daughters, their husbands, our grandchildren.
Adam, darling, we met on that court, and now look at them, our family. They fill 2 courts, and they play so well.
How could they not? We put pickleball paddles in their cribs, and we taught them to play on a court when they could barely walk.
And they started bringing home trophies before they could drive.
Then they both married pickleball pros.
They always did things in unison. They even had children at nearly the same time.
And now their kids are winning tournaments too.
I'm glad our big yellow house has room for all the trophies.
Our home has become the family gathering place. We've got a good life, a good marriage, and our businesses have done well. I've painted over 4,000 portraits over the years.
And children sometimes, while the parents looked over your shoulders.
Oh, yes, those were fun. They've all been fun.
Yes, I've enjoyed watching you too.
But my favorite all-time portrait of you is pregnant, lounging on that beach chair at Warren Dunes with the vibrant blue lake in the background.
I was 6 months along. Climbing up that dune was a chore. Thank goodness you carried everything.
We took our time.
Yes. My favorite is the painting of our girls when they were 5 in front of that lighthouse. People gathered around, and 3 of them contracted you to paint them too. I like the way you always connected with the people you painted. You would get to know them.
Connecting with the people makes the paintings more personal. But you know, Sonya, you've done more than your share to improve the arts, too, as an agent. Our careers have let us set our own hours and travel with our girls to all those tournaments and national monuments and museums and art galleries.
True, but our pickleball romance hasn't always been easy. We've had our share of conflicts.
Disagreements, I'd call them. But through it all, I've always loved you.
And I love you too, Adam. I love to hear you say it.
I mean it as much today as I did way back when the corn was growing. Even more now.
Hey, Grandma, Grandpa, do you want to play? We promised to take it easy on you.
I think most of all, Sonya, I'm glad we still play pickleball.
Even in our 70s, we're still young, darling. Come on, let's show those youngsters that we've still got what it takes.
You have been listening to Pickleball Romance, written by Robert M. Weir. The show was directed by James Sanford, with sound engineering by Lester Batts of Sound Solutions and Nick Morid of Kalamazoo Recording. The music was composed by Hal Hobson Morse and performed by Hal Hobson Morse, Debbie Phillips, Pete Hobson Morse, and Valerie Miller. Sound effects were performed by Gary Brown and Greg Reuters. Our video podcast is filmed and edited by Reed Schiltz. Our ASL interpreter was Susan Feiflinger Irons. This live recording was held at the Kalamazoo Nonprofit Advocacy Coalition, with all rights reserved by the author. If you'd like to support us further, follow us on Facebook and visit the donate button at allearstheater.org. Find more of our content on YouTube and SoundCloud. This is your announcer, Jen Hebben, thanking you for joining us for another All Ears Theater presentation.